Hello, everyone, and welcome to TeenLife's Summer Programs live virtual event. My name is Lonnie Burrell, and I'll be your host for this evening. Tonight's event is proudly brought to you by Teen Life. If you're new to us, Teen Life is the premier resource connecting teens, parents, and educators with outstanding enrichment programs, including summer experiences, gap years, college prep, and volunteer opportunities. Our mission is to help every family feel confident finding their best fit program among so many inspiring options. This evening, we'll hear from several incredible organizations offering summer experiences that encourage creativity, leadership, academic growth, and hands on learning. Each presenter will share a brief overview of their program, giving you a glimpse into what makes this opportunity so unique. For those joining us live, please use the Q&A feature at any point if you have questions for the organizations here tonight. Our presenters will answer them either throughout the evening or they'll be able to send us a note and we'll be able to share that response at a later time. We want to make sure that this event is interactive, so please do not hesitate to ask any question that you may have. I'll also post a link to a form in the chat that you can use to reach out to our presenters. Please take a moment to fill it out so the organizations can follow up with you after this event. Now, let's go ahead and get started. Our first presenter of the evening is Cara, and she is from Babson College, the Arthur M. Blank School Summer Program. Alongside her is also Vanessa. So, with that said, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Just sharing my screen here. Hi, everyone. My name is Kara Miller, and I'm the program chair for the Arthur M. Blank School Summer Program. Absolutely thrilled to be here tonight telling you a bit more about our program. Our program is being held at our Wellesley Babson College campus, which is right outside of Boston, Massachusetts. This program is flexible, immersive summer experience for rising high school juniors and seniors. We offer 1 through 4 week flexible enrollment options. You can do 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, any mix that really works for you. We have 40 plus applied college style courses, and we are offering this program in a residential, commuter, and online format. This is a non-credit bearing experience. This is an opportunity to come try out a college course that is designed for high school students, see if you love the topic, get more experience, and really engage in a college experience. In this session, we're going to take a deeper look at the academic experience, the residential commuter pathways, and also how Babson supports students throughout this process. If you aren't familiar with Babson College, we are a small school outside of Boston, Massachusetts, again, but we are well known for our entrepreneurship and business curriculum. We have been the #1 undergraduate school for entrepreneurship for 29 executive years, and were recently voted the #2 best college in the United States by the Wall Street Journal. We are offering 40 classes during this program, and when you come to Babson, you should not expect to sit in the back of a classroom and have someone speaking to you for your 3 hour course time each day. We are all about applied learning. You are going to be taking part in collaborative discussions. We love to flip the classroom, do group work, case studies. If you take one of our investment classes, you're actually going to be in an investor lab that mimics the Wall Street experience. This is all about experience and really jumping in and taking part in this journey. All of our courses are being taught by Babson faculty or leaders and practitioners within our centers and institutes. So everyone is works within Babson who is part of this program and is really, really thrilled. Our faculty are so excited about this program this year. When you're not in the classroom, each participant will be in 3 hours of class, whether that's 9 to 12 or 1 to 4. The other half of the day, you're really going to get to pick your own journey. And we are going to have an array of co-curricular opportunities that really complement the educational experience. This could be hearing from a seasoned executive on a business topic, hearing from an entrepreneur who's built an amazing business through Babson, or a panel of students who have launched and grown businesses. We're going to be having sessions with our career services, our admissions team, and more. In addition to access to our state-of-the-art fitness facility, students will be in the quad where they can not only enjoy some games and some sun, but you'll also have at least an hour of homework or group work each day that can be done in that setting as well. For the three options, our online students are going to be taking class virtually, but all of our professors are very used to teaching in the online space. We still create that same experience that would be in person online. The flipped classroom, the experiential learning, the breakout rooms, the polls. We are all about still creating an incredibly collaborative experience, whether you're online or in person. For our residential experience, you'll be joining us staying in our dorms. They're air conditioned, so no one has to worry about that in the heat of July. And you'll be having 3 meals a day provided with you for you in addition to snacks. And then outside of all of that great activities that both our commuter and residential students will take part in during our full day experience, residential students will have RAs who are planning activities for them in the evening. We're going on excursions to Boston, places like Faneuil Hall and Newbury Street, and also taking part in various other evening things when they get back to the dorms as well. This program is really designed for students who are curious and motivated, ready to actively participate in their classes, and are really open to a collaborative and discussion-based learning environment. And this program is going to build more than just your credentials. It builds confidence, initiatives, meaningful relationships with faculty and peers, and it really gives you the ability to turn your ideas into action. Our application deadline is May 1st. For the application, we require an essay. You'll get several prompts to choose from. You will need a transcript. That does not need to be formal. It can be a screenshot as long as it has your name and your school. And then once you complete your application, you will have the opportunity to secure, if you're accepted, you'll have the opportunity to secure your classes at that time. So we are here. We would love to hear any of your questions, and we would love to welcome you on our beautiful campus this summer. Thank you.
Thank you. What a great way to kick us off for this evening. And again, our presenters are here and they are ready to answer your questions. So do not hesitate to ask your questions. Okay, we're going to move on to our next presentation, which comes from Manchester City Football Club, and it is going to be a video presentation. So I am going to go ahead and get that started. Give me 1 second.
Hello, my name is Kayvon. I am Operations Manager here at Manchester City, and over the next few minutes, I'm going to give you all the information about our summer residential programme here in Manchester. So we'll be covering all these areas over the next few minutes or so, so sit back, listen, and hopefully you get all the information you need. Here are the 4 programmes we'll be delivering this summer, all slightly different, okay, so please have a listen and see which one you like. Firstly, our football language course, which develops playing beautiful football on the pitch, just like our Manchester City first teams, and learning English in the classroom, with lots of football terminology involved. You can do a 1 or 2 week course here, and it is open for 9 to 17-year-olds, both boys and girls. Our next course, our development course. So this is for in particular 9 to 13-year-olds, and you take the journey of what a Manchester City Academy player looks like. So this is a course for people that have a better understanding of English. Okay, it's a 1 week course for boys and girls. And again, beautiful football on the pitch, but in the classroom, it's more off-field education about the game of football. So elements of nutrition, well-being, and understanding your role as a player at Manchester City. Then we have our performance program for 14 to 17-year-olds. So this is for a program who want to take their players who want to take their game to the next level, that have a more kind of journey of a first team player rather than an academy player. It is open to 14 to 17-year-olds, both boys and girls. These are 1 week programs, but you also have the additional extra of on the pitch and off the pitch education, but also visiting the Manchester Institute of Health and Performance, where they'll do some performance testing. They will use the gym area and the hydrotherapy pools to help recovery. And finally, our Business of Football program. So this is for players or people that want to learn a little bit more behind the scenes of a football club and how it operates, and less practical delivery. So in areas such as marketing, digital, partnerships, and esports, stuff like this, that all makes a football club successful away from the pitch. You'll learn off industry experts while you are here and get a real understanding of how a football club like Manchester City works. Everything we deliver is delivered here, the home of Manchester City, the Etihad campus. So as you can see, we have our academy building in the background there, where there are 17 and a half pitches that we use here. And this is where our men's, women's and academy teams all train. We also have our flagship stadium, the Etihad Stadium, where you will have your closing ceremony here, which I'll speak about a little bit later. And you'll also get to do a behind the scenes tour. We'll be hosting our classroom sessions in Connell College. Okay, the college situated next to the Etihad campus that we have a really good link to. And as I mentioned, the Manchester Institute of Health and Performance, where the performance program will go and train. We'll also use different areas around site and make real use of the immersive environment. Okay, so for example, the Joy Stadium, this is where our media theatre is. So elements of the press conference and language of interviews will be held in here. We'll also use City Studios to bring to life the commentary sessions, the punditry sessions that we will use in our off-pitch education. So there's lots of things to do and develop from here. And this, we are very proud to say, is our home and your home for the summer. Whilst away from the Etihad campus, you'll be living in a city centre accommodation. This is where you'll stay of an evening. Okay, you'll be fully catered here. All right, there is a working Wi-Fi to contact home if you need to, and it is a really safe space with 24/7 security, CCTV on site, and all our residential staff are prepared to look after you, make sure you are comfortable here, make sure you're cared for, and if you need any help, they are there to respond to you as soon as possible to try and ensure you have the most memorable time here whilst in Manchester. Whilst you are at the accommodation, you will also be doing some evening activities. So using the facility spaces there, this is like an addition to the daytime activities that we do as well. So there'll be lots of recovery type sessions in terms of yoga, bit of foam rolling, bit of stretching, maybe a bit of football, tennis, okay, as a bit of active recovery. But we understand it's also a summer residential program where you're going to meet lots of different people. So we'll do some quiz nights, some movie nights, and just make sure you're having a really fun time while you are here. As you're aware, we have the World Cup taking place as well, and we'll be showing as many games as we can whilst you are here. So we encourage you to bring your colours, support your team, and make it a really fun environment throughout the summer. We also have excursions of a weekend. So we have the Etihad Stadium tour, which everyone will be able to do. This will take place on a weekday evening. We will visit one of the UK's greatest theme parks, Alton Towers. And we'll also visit one of the UK's greatest landmarks, the National Football Museum here in Manchester, which is full of memorabilia and interactive activities. As I mentioned, at the end of the week, we'll be hosting a closing ceremony for players and parents to come together and celebrate what's been a fantastic week here in Manchester. So we hope to see as many of you there, where we'll give out our player reports and our Player of the Week prizes. And this will be held in the Tunnel Club, one of the most prestigious hospitality suites we have here at Manchester City. Safeguarding is really important to us, so hopefully you'll appreciate how much welfare and time and dedication goes into protecting our players to ensure they are safe here at Manchester City. Here is a recap of all the dates and fees for each course, so please look about again this in your own time. And finally, if you would like 10% off your booking, you can use the code TEEN10, all right? And hopefully we will see you here in Manchester on one of our programs this summer. Thank you for listening and enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Manchester City Football Club. Okay, so now with that said, we're going to move over to our next organization. So we have Katarina here from Lewis and Clark. Katarina, did you want to voice over anything as I get your video ready?
Yeah. Let me just say hello, good evening. I'm Katarina, and I'm here to tell you just a few things about our high school summer programs that we offer here at the beautiful Lewis and Clark College campus, located in Portland, Oregon, in the Pacific Northwest. And we offer multiple pre-college academic summer enrichment programs. And today I'll highlight our sustainable entrepreneurship program called the Circular Innovation Challenge, the Future Health Leaders Program, a Data in Action and program, and our immersive summer theater programs. And these are all excellent preparation for high school students eager to explore careers in multiple fields through hands-on learning, simulations, active learning, and networking. And students will get to work directly with our amazing faculty, guest speakers, and we'll take you behind the scenes on industry tours. And we want to make sure that students get a better idea of what college life is all about. And that's why our programs are residential and you will live and learn on our beautiful campus. In addition, we work with students from our college outdoor program to make sure that we offer fun activities, lots of support, as well as field trips around town and in the greater Portland area. And yeah, let's check out that video.
Every summer, something remarkable happens in Portland, Oregon. High school students arrive with questions, ideas, and energy, and leave with skills, connections, and a glimpse of who they're becoming. This is Lewis and Clark College, and this summer, 4 programs are waiting for you. Do you have an idea that could change the world? The Circular Innovation Challenge is a 6-day pre-college summer program for students passionate about sustainability and entrepreneurship. You'll develop real solutions, build your vision, and present it with confidence. The world's biggest challenges are waiting to be understood. In Data in Action, students explore data science and journalism, uncovering the stories hiding inside information while building real professional connections along the way. Manifest the power of research and analysis. Future Health Leaders is a hands-on mini med school experience where students explore healthcare careers, connect with mentors, and earn a Red Cross Basic Life Support certification before they leave. Care begins here, with you. There is something powerful about stepping onto a stage and telling a story that only you can tell. The Immersive Summer Theater program is a 2-week experience where students dive into live performance and build something real alongside a community that supports them. These pre-college programs are open to high school students this summer, and students who complete any of them earn a guaranteed minimum of $20,000 per year in merit scholarships. 4 programs. 1 extraordinary campus. Your journey starts this summer at Lewis and Clark College.
Katarina,
Thank you
is there anything else
so
you'd like
much. I will put my email and a link to the camps where you can learn more about timing and cost and all those things. I welcome any questions. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Katarina and Lewis and Clark. So, with that said, we are now going to move over to our next presentation. And so, with us, we have California Nanosystems Institute at UCLA, and we have Rita that's here representing the summer program. I'm going to go ahead and just get the video ready. Rita, if you wanted to say anything, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Rita Blake. I am a nanoscientist and the Director of Education at the California Nanosystems Institute at UCLA. My presentation also already has video in it of me talking, but I'm here and ready to answer your questions in the chat if you have any. And it's nice to meet you.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get your video started.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Rita Blake, and I'm so excited to introduce you to the California Nanosystems Institute, or CNSI, at UCLA. If you're a high school student who loves science, likes asking big questions, and wants a summer experience that feels more like actually doing science than just hearing about it, then you're in the right place. At the CNSI, we offer hands-on lab-based nanoscience learning for high school students. So our programs are really built for students who want to explore more advanced science in a real university environment and work with ideas that connect to current research and get a stronger sense of what studying science in college can actually feel like. So our mission as an institute is to promote nanoscience research at the interface between disciplines and to then translate that research into knowledge-driven commercial enterprise and to educate the next generation of scientists and engineers to do it. And we're really well positioned because Los Angeles, where we are, is home to the third largest and fastest growing technology ecosystem in the United States. And so that both supports and seeks students that are well versed in the science that we want to teach you. So first, what is nanoscience? So quite literally, it's the science at the nanoscale. It's the study of incredibly small materials and systems. To give you an idea about this, let's take a very common nanoscience thing, which is a virus. So a virus is a nanoscale material. If you think about how many of those nanoscale viruses can fit on the surface of a football, it's the same as the number of footballs that can fit on the surface of the Earth. So these materials are really important. They're so small that they behave differently from the materials that you interact with every day in the macro scale. So when scientists work at the nanoscale, they can design new kinds of technologies for medicine, for energy, for electronics, and even more. So it's one of the most exciting areas of modern science because it connects chemistry, physics, biology, engineering, and innovation kind of all into one. So if you're someone with really wide-ranging interests, then this field is great because it gives you a lot of room to explore. And the CNSI is also home to 6 technology centers that give researchers on campus and even outside of campus these really centralized tools for advanced research. So our staff annually provide training and research support to hundreds of researchers, and we take that same knowledge and we give it to you as high school students coming to our institutes. So the CNSI offers 2 different summer programs for high school students, and they're designed for slightly different kinds of learners. So the first program is our Nanoscience Lab Summer Institute. So this is a 1-week program where you will dive into some hands-on experiments with us and explore different cutting-edge topics in nanoscience and nanotechnology. So this program gives you the chance to explore nanoscience within a diverse range of subtopics. So that includes things like biotoxicity, supercapacitors, photolithography, and things like that. And all of our experiments are designed by UCLA researchers, and they're a great fit for students who want a really focused, exciting, and tight experiment-heavy experience and want to get into the lab quickly. So if you're thinking, I want to spend my summer doing experiments, learning some advanced concepts, and getting a broad survey of those concepts, then Nanoscience Lab might be your best match. We also have a second program called Applications of Nanoscience, and this is a 2-week program that combines the same kind of hands-on nanoscience as the first week, but then also adds technology development, design thinking, entrepreneurship, and science communication. So here, you actually learn about how a nanotechnology idea can become a real product and then work in teams to build a business plan and actually pitch your idea. So your first week, you're doing lab work and scientific methods, and then the second week, you actually work on product development and present that idea. So this kind of program is ideal for students who not only love science, but also want to think about invention, innovation, startups, or basically just how research actually becomes something in real life. So if you're thinking, I love science, but I'm also curious about how ideas actually become technologies and how research goes from the lab bench into the marketplace, then Applications of Nanoscience might be a better fit for you. We have multiple sessions of both programs, and neither program overlaps with the other in terms of the exact scientific content. So we do have many students that actually choose to take both programs and really get a complete and fully rounded nanoscience experience. If you decide to apply to our programs, just some notes of eligibility. So you need to be at least 15 years old by the time our program starts. You'll want to submit an unofficial transcript when you apply. You'll want to have shown your any knowledge of chemistry that you have, and also you'll want to submit a letter of recommendation from a recommender. So if all of this sounds cool to you, then please check us out. You can check us out here on our website to see our application, and we also have a QR code that you can click on to get there directly. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email us at education@cnsi.ucla.edu. And thanks so much for listening. Oh, always so weird to see yourself on camera.
That was lovely. That was lovely. Thank you so much, Rita. Let me go ahead and remove that spotlight there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next organization. We have Columbia University School of Professional Studies, and with us we have Anita and Allison. The floor is now yours.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm going to get my presentation up here. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us today to learn about Columbia's pre-college summer offerings. My name is Anita Weiss, and I'm the Associate Director of Recruitment here. So here you're going to see Columbia's beautiful neoclassical campus located on Manhattan's Upper West Side. Columbia is a top 20 global university made up of 20 schools, over 200 institutes and research centers, and employing over 4,000 full-time faculty. Our student body includes over 32,000 students from 153 countries, and our alumni include over 85 Nobel Prize winners. So one of the goals of our program is to give students an opportunity to further their understanding of a subject area that they're considering pursuing in college or as a future career. Our classes go beyond what they study in a typical high school setting. For example, we have offerings in law, finance, neuroscience, technology, and more. We actually offer over 100 different courses in a dozen different subject areas. And we meet our students at their level. Some of our classes are introductory, while others delve more deeply than what they might have been exposed to in the past. All of our classes encourage active participation and collaboration to give students the confidence to speak publicly and be able to articulate their positions with nuance. Another advantage of the program is the diversity of viewpoints. Our students come from all over the world, so while students might have a shared interest in a subject area, they're going to bring their own unique perspective from those varied backgrounds. Our instructors are typically practitioners who are experts in their fields and specialize in subjects not traditionally covered in a high school setting. We keep our class sizes small, with most classes having less than 25 students. We do this to emphasize active participation and critical thinking, thus creating a stronger experience for each member of the classroom. In addition, with our small classes, there's a high level of student-to-student and student-to-instructor engagement, providing a collaborative learning environment. Our classes are not for credit. Instead of a grade, students will receive a certification of participation and an individualized letter of evaluation from their instructor describing the course itself and how the student performed in class. Now, when you join our program, you're going to get way more than just your course. You're going to connect with peers from other classes through exciting and fun co-curricular activities. We've packed our schedule with student life activities, so if you're only showing up for your course, you're honestly missing out on half the experience. One big reason we emphasize these student life activities is to help develop non-cognitive skills. I'll explain the difference. Cognitive skills are the academic ones, things like reasoning and remembering and thinking that you actively engage in. Non-cognitive skills, or what some call soft skills, are different. They're about motivation, integrity, how you interact with others. Sure, they involve your intellect too, but in a more indirect, instinctive way than the traditional academic ones. And here's the thing. Cognitive and non-cognitive skills work together, hand in hand. So if we want students to reach their full academic potential, we need to pay attention to both. So now let's talk about our New York City summer programs. Our Summer 2026 application is available on our website. There are 2 ways to participate in person. We have the New York City Residential Summer, which is offered in 3-week sessions. Students in the residential program must be 16 or older by December 31st, 2026, and will live on campus in our dorms. For the New York City Commuter Summer, you can choose from a 3-week session, A or B, or a 1-week session, Session AA, or Session C. This program is open to rising 9th through current 12th grade students. And while the commuter program is a great option for New York City locals, we frequently have out-of-state and international students come and live with family or friends in the city. For our in-person programs, classes meet twice daily, once in the morning and once in the afternoon for approximately 2 hours per meeting. Students then have a 2-hour midday break between classes for lunch and extracurricular activities. Students may select additional extracurricular activities following their afternoon class, or they can use that time to enjoy campus and socialize with friends. Commuter students will leave campus by 6:30 p.m. Now I'm going to talk about our online summer program. While the courses take place online, we do expect students to attend live class sessions and to actively participate in class discussions. These classes are not pre-recorded. The online summer program is open to rising 9th through current 12th grade students. The online program takes place through 2-week sessions A or B, or there's a 1-week option, Session AA. The 2-week online courses meet for 3 hours a day, and the 1-week courses meet for twice a day, 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon, for a total of 4 hours a day. But all of our programs, regardless of whether they're in person or online, will have access to those fantastic extracurricular and co-curricular activities I discussed. So now let's talk a little bit about some of the cost, dates, and deadlines and specific logistics. So as you can see, our costs vary by program, modality, and length. Admitted summer students are also required to pay a non-refundable enrollment deposit to secure their space in the program. This deposit is credited towards the overall cost of the program and is not an additional fee. The deposit also varies by program modality and length. All of our deadlines can be found here. Because we process applications on a rolling basis and classes can tend to fill up, we strongly encourage you to submit your application as soon as possible rather than waiting for the deadline. So now that you know about our application or about our programs, I'm just going to show you quickly what our application requirements are here. So you can see them here. There's an online application, $80 fee, an unofficial transcript. We have a couple of recommendations, a teacher recommendation and a counselor one if you are applying to one of our in-person programs, and also a couple of short answer questions. And that brings me to the end of our segment. So thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at hsp-apply@columbia.edu or call us at 1-212-854-9889. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, I want to go back to high school and sign up for these programs. Thank you so much, Columbia University. All right, we're now entering our last organization for our virtual summer fair, so summer program fair. So again, if you have any questions, let us know. Our organizations have been sharing their direct links. I've also shared the link that TeenLife has, where you can also use that to get more information. Okay, so our last organization for this evening is Exchange, and they have a video presentation for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get that video going.
Good evening, Teen Life Summer Hopefuls. My name's Ashley. I am coming to you recorded from a very sunny New York office. I'm here to tell you about American Summer Exchange through inter-exchanges, travel experiences for U.S. residents. Without further ado, a little bit about American Summer Exchange. We've been around since 1968, promoting cross-cultural awareness through work and volunteer exchange programs. The vast majority of our total agency program participants come from all over the world. They come to the US as au pairs, camp counselors, as interns in various US companies, and as regional seasonal workers as part of our Work and Travel USA program that typically hosts in the winter and summer. And then we have two departments that support U.S. residents, so that's Work Abroad and the Inter-Exchange Foundation, which supports participants who are doing service projects abroad. As for Work Abroad, we are highlighting one program today, American Summer Exchange. So what is this program and why should you join? So our Summer Work and Travel USA program, like I mentioned, is a long-running core program here at Inter-Exchange. And we noticed that over the years, our international participants really wanted more American peers to hang out with. So we designed this program for US-based students age 18 plus to join. And the great thing about this program is there's no fee for US residents. And in fact, there's a Crossroads grant, which is up to $500 available for exceptional applicants, which I'll share more about this later in the presentation. So on this program, you're going to be connecting with multiple cultures. You're going to be working and building those very valuable career skills. You're going to immerse in new cultures. You're going to be exploring your new part of the US. We have two locations, Bar Harbor in Maine and the Jersey Shore in New Jersey. And you're going to be witnessing people going to the US for the first time. So through this, you are also going to be reflecting both on your American identity and about the richness of international cultures. So a note on cultural immersion from one of our former participants. Here's Marina.
I listed all the countries people were from. So Thailand, Spain, China, Tajikistan, Japan, the Philippines, Colombia, Puerto Rico, Afghanistan, Turkey, Lithuania, Peru, Taiwan, South Africa, Dominican Republic, Armenia, and Japan. I had a little book that I started. I thought it was going to be a journal, but I turned it into my language journal. So I tried to pick up at least a couple phrases from all of my different coworkers and learn like a bit of their language. Here it is.
So that was Marina, who also had told me that she had went and visited one of her friends that they made, who was from Thailand. They met up in the UK. So it's a really great way to expand your international network. So a note on housing. We have dorm-style housing. There are floors and restrooms which are separated by gender, but there are common dining and living spaces. So there is a rent amount per week, which is $160 to $180 per week. And here's an example from our New Jersey location. A note on wages and earnings. So all positions are aligned with the typical minimum wage of the state. So you can see some of the differences in pay here, and then the weekly income after housing. So the opportunities to save are pretty good on this program. We often do encounter many participants pocketing a good deal of money because you're saving on that work commute, and your meal costs are often subsidized. And like I mentioned previously, there is a grant available for up to $500 for travel costs, your uniform, and for the eligibility. Are you an American Summer Exchange applicant who's also a change maker in your local community? We want to know about that. So there's a separate quick application, and part of that is also getting a letter of recommendation from a teacher, mentor, counselor, or coach. Parents also love American Summer Exchange. One parent said it was more than just a summer job. It was an adventure that opened his son's eyes to the beauty of nature and the richness of international cultures. Another parent said that spending the summer working and living on campus was an excellent way for her graduating senior to get a taste of college life before the pressures of academia, and they started college with a little extra money in their pocket. So you can scan the QR code up above here to check out more about American Summer Exchange or check out TeenLife's summer guides. They're very helpful. And if you're interested in more, InterExchange has a range of other programs, anywhere from a week to a few years abroad. All right, that's it from me. There's my contact info, and here's InterExchange's website. Thanks so much. Have a great summer.
All righty. Well, what a great evening. This now concludes our presentations for tonight's Summer Programs live virtual event. A huge thank you to all our presenters for sharing their time and their insights about their incredible summer opportunities. And thank you to our audience for being here with us. We hope you found these presentations insightful. I hope that you were able to gain something and learn a little bit more about how you can have an enriching summer. On behalf of Teen Life, it's been my absolute pleasure to host. Thank you again for spending part of your evening with us, and have a great rest of your night. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Bye bye.